Well, hello learners. It's you again with Memlis at the second session at at the second and third session today. Well, students, how is it going there? Are you all fine? Okay, I hope so. Well, it's good for us to remind that some weeks ago we were talking about the explanation text, yeah, and today we are going to have such kind of assessment. Yeah, this evaluation is very important for me, is especially to know whether my students can get the goal of this, the goal or the target of this activity of learning. Well, before having assessment, maybe it's good, yeah. I try to remind you that some things need to remember, like the definition. Yeah, we were talking about the explanation some weeks ago. The definition of explanation text and the procedure. Yeah, both of the texts are talking about the steps, but you have to remember that when we are talking about the procedure text, we are focused on how to do something and how to make something. But when you are running with the text of explanation, you will be focused only on a process, only on how something happened and why something happened. So even though both of those texts are talking about the step, but they have their own big differences, yeah, between them. And I remind you all the generic structure of the explanation text. Do you remember that? Yes. We have two kind of generic structure. Number one, I used to use my template. So the first template, the paragraph containing of generic structure. The first paragraph will contain about general statement. Yeah. And the second template, the second generic structure, is about the sequence of explanation. And the closing is optional. It means that you can put it on the last paragraph, or maybe you omit it. That's no problem. And I remind you about the language feature used by the explanation. Do you still remember with the simple present tense? Yeah. And then passive voice, active accent, or the very important things, or the most important you have to remember is about the technical terms that usually mostly people do when they are running about the text of explanation. Yeah. Well, I hope everyone will be ready that today we focus, the section is listening, and the assessment will judge you about how well you can comprehend the text. So the teacher, it's me, will read a very short text. You just listen to me, and it's good news that you can even turn it on many times, yeah, as you want. And then you have to make a resume, or you conclude, or you please show me how many percent that you can grasp from the text I will tell to you. I will read for you. Okay, remember after that the Google Classroom, you have to check it. There is some instructions in detail how you can put your answer there. Okay, are you ready? Okay, listen to me. Listen very carefully. If you need some notes, please feel free to do anything. Yeah, just read it. Just listen to me. This evaluation will be about the title. Under the title, why we sweat when we are nervous. Why we sweat when we when we are nervous. I am sorry, class. I have one best for you. Okay, wait. This one is for this class. Yeah, listen to me. How sweat cool you down. Sweating gets a bad rap, and sure, it is sort of gross. But sweating is vitally important for body temperature regulating and your overall health. A person's internal body temperature generally hangs around 98 degrees Fahrenheit. There's flexibility here. But if your body gets too hot, whether it's due to the temperature outside, being physically active, or having a fever, bad things can happen. What is it? For instance, heat stroke. Fortunately, your body has very sophisticated mechanism for sensing and regulating body temperatures. As soon as your body's internal temperature starts rising, your hypothalamus, a small region in your brain, tells eccrine sweat glands distributed all over your body that it's time to start cooling you down by producing sweat. Cooling down, however, isn't as easy as this sweat just dripping off of you. Some of this sweat has to evaporate off of your skin, for this process is actually worked. That is because cooling your body via sweating relies on a principle of physics called heat evaporation. It takes energy to evaporate sweat off of your skin, and that is energy is heat. As your excess body heat is used to convert beads or sweat into vapor, you start to cool down. The other trade-off here, though, is that you also lose water as you sweat. And water is critically important for just about energy organ in your body. This means that when you are sweating, you also need to make sure you are drinking plenty of water, so you can replace the water you lose with water you can use. All this to say, releasing heat through beads of sweat that can easily evaporate off the skin is a very effective way to cooling your body down. By contrast, your dog releases heat by panting, which isn't nearly as effective as breathing. But none of this explains why we sweat even when we are not hot. It will be a big question, and I believe the last questions is something interesting for us to discuss. Maybe next week, yeah, but today you have to accomplish all the assessment. I mean, this evaluation, this will be your second formative test. So please be careful and good luck. Thank you. Bye-bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.